Hello guys and welcome to this football manager experiment by the FM scientist. Today we're going to be looking at something that has been prevalent in the news recently in the footballing world. Danny Rose has said to the press that he is unhappy with the players that are coming into Tottenham, that he's unhappy with his wage, he's struggling to live on £60,000 a week. Man, I'd love to have those problems. But listen, guys, what we're going to do is we have moved out Danny Rose from the Spurs team. I've transferred him to Man United for 45 million because that's who he is actually connected with at the moment. He's linked with the move to Man United. I've said 45 million seems fair. At the end of this, how Tottenham have done without having Danny Rose at the club. Will they suffer or will they be fine? Let's find out. Hello, guys, you join me back. And now we're going to go and check out and see how Tottenham Hotspur did without having Danny Rose at the club. So let's go and check out the English Premier League. And they came fifth, which isn't too bad of a showing, to be fair. They got 70 points. It looks like it was a hotly contested season between the top four there, and Liverpool winning it. So what we've got from this so far is that if Danny Rose leaves Tottenham, Liverpool will finally win the league. Yeah, maybe, or not. So this is Tottenham's team. They've still got Ben Davies there, who he's on the bench at the moment, and they've got a player there called Theo Hernandez that they've brought in on loan from Real Madrid, which is classic Daniel Levy behaviour. I mean, come on, why didn't you just buy him? You had 45 million. How has Ben Davies done? So Ben Davies looks like he is taken the step up to being the main player here, the main left back for Tottenham. He's played 32 times in the league, one from the bench. He's got an average rating of 6.97 there. He has played 13 times in the Europa League with a rating of 7.39, which is very good. He played once in the English FA Cup, and he's been playing for England as well in the European qualifying. So that's good to see as well. So that's good. So they've survived without Danny Rose, and we're just going to go through each of the competitions. So the Premier League, not the best of starts, 2 wins in 5, and then they went on a nice run of 6 games winning, and then it went off the rails a little bit in the late November, early December, but then they went through an amazing run of form from the 16th of December right up until the 9th of February, and they did really well. They even beat Everton 5-0 during that run. But then after that run, it just went all Pete Tong, all downhill. Classic Spurs. They won 1 game in 11. 1 game in 11 that they won. That is awful. That is awful. So let's see what they did in the other competitions, the FA Cup. So they got knocked out in the 4th round by Derby. It's very disappointing. EFL Cup, they got knocked out in the 1st round. Again, disappointing. And in the European competition, they weren't in the Champions League, but they were in the Europa League, and they've done very well. They've not lost a game. Fantastic. So that's amazing and completely unrealistic. But in all seriousness, they're in the Europa League final against Man United, and it's not been played yet. It's going to be played on the 16th of May, which is in a couple of days' time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sim to then and find out, have Tottenham Hotspur got it in them without Danny Rose to win the Europa League? Join me back in just a sec, guys. Hello and welcome back. So now we're going to go and check out to see if Tottenham Hotspur have won the Europa League without Danny Rose. And they've done it. They have won 1-0 in the Europa League Cup final against Man United. So it looks like it was quite close run thing by the ratings here. So can we see the stats? The match stats. So yeah, a very close run thing. Similar sort of shots, 8 to 9. Possession. Man United had more possession. Very close run game. Could have gone either way. However, it has gone the way of Tottenham. They have won 1-0 in the Europa League Cup final. Absolute scenes. Just going to have a little quick look at their transfer dealings for this season. They sold Eric Dyer to Man City for 41 million. And they've also sold Josh Onomah to Burnley for 7.5. And Danny Rose for 45. So they made 94 million in that season. And what they did with that is spent 84 of it. So they reinvested and they bought Andrea Bellotti, Samu Castillejo. Again, I'm terrible with pronouncing names. Theo Hernandez, they got in on loan. Santi Mina from Valencia and Danilo Cataldi. So let's just have a little look at these players in a bit more detail. So this is a striker that they brought in to play probably second fiddle to Harry Kane, but he got the goal in the Europa League final. So that's a direct cause and effect. Sell Danny Rose, buy in Andrea Bellotti for 29 million and get the Europa League Cup final goal. Samu Castillejo, he is a left winger, and he came in from Villarreal. Let's have a little look at his stats here. An average rating of 7.04, so it looks good. He was a main player for the team, really. Did very well by the looks of things. Theo Hernandez, we've already had a look at him. Santi Mina's come in as another striker. So they bought 2 strikers with the Danny Rose money. It just seems odd to me that they would do that, and when they already have Harry Kane and Andrea Bellotti. But it concerns me that they've spent more money on strikers when actually they should have probably been using the money to buy more defenders. And because their form went bad towards the end of the season, they should have really been using that money to secure up the defence so that they could have been challenging for the league. And then Danilo Cataldi, a centre midfielder, brought in from Lazio. He's not been a main player. He's been a bit part player for the season. Played 4 times, 7 from the bench, and an average rating of 6.34. So some interesting signings there. And that's it. So that's it from this experiment. Danny Rose has left Tottenham. They've won the Europa League. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time for another experiment.